Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Hi everyone, welcome to our episode 2. Today I have Chioma with me. She's a dear friend of mine and also one of the big inspiration of me as well.
Aw.
And I'm so glad that you're here with us. And Chioma, why don't you tell our audience something about yourself?
For sure. My name's Chioma Blaire Douglas, and I am the National Director for Canada United World. It's a beauty pageant that we tried to host as much as possible in southwestern Ontario. I'm super excited to be here today, and this has been actually a dream of mine
Yeah?
to do a podcast. This is so much fun.
Yes.
I live in St. Thomas, Ontario, so not too far from here. I am a wife, I have a 6-year-old son, and we're just loving it. I love to be able to connect to different
Yes.
women in business. So thank you, Catherine, for having me.
Oh, I'm so glad. As you can see, Chioma is very elegant, and she's probably one of the most elegant women I've ever seen. And I want to see how she eats a hamburger and get messy. But anyways,
We
you
should do
can
that
see
sometime.
I'm suddenly like, okay, I need to be more like, ladylike. But anyways, so today we are making a very nice springy arrangement. So because pink is her favorite color. And why do you like pink?
Pink is just the best because it means so much. As women, obviously, we as very young girls, we get labeled this color as a girl color. And oftentimes you don't want that. You're shutting it off for so long. And it wasn't until I grew up and I involved myself more in women empowerment, girl empowerment, different projects where I realized that maybe pink is our superpower.
Yeah.
So I actually volunteered for a company called Girl Talk Empowerment.
Oh, wow.
And it was the best experience for me. We ran Toronto's largest girl empowerment event for 4 years. And it was all pink. It was pink everywhere. It was this hot pink. And I just got to immerse myself and see how the young girls got inspired by it. They weren't shy to wear pink, whether you are into I don't know, the Barbie dolls, or
Yep.
if you're into sports, it doesn't matter. It's just a color of empowerment.
I see.
Breast cancer awareness,
for sure.
pageants. I just love it because it ties me to my community.
Yes, that's awesome. So first of all, we are making the arrangement, and we're gonna make a pink arrangement. But I always when a vase like this has like an open lip. Usually these are called lip, and then I will have you to tape it so that the
Okay.
flower once we put in is not gonna fall like on the side all the time.
Okay.
So here, do you want me to help you?
Yes, please.
Just
You
put it
like
over here.
this?
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, I think I lost the tape a little bit.
Okay.
We both have our nails.
Yeah. Make it a little longer
and
so it's
done.
easier to tape.
Mhm.
There you go.
Nice. There we go.
Yeah. Let's do maybe 2.
Sure.
Okay, so I haven't seen you much on social media last year, and I'm very happy for you because I know you were taking a break. So
Yes.
so I wanted to tell everyone that I don't know, some of you have known that last year I competed United World Canada pageant, and it's the very nerve-wracking experience for myself. And but I do wanted to give the most of the credit to Chioma because when I first got to know her, like how did I don't even remember, like how did we connected? Did you
One
find
of
me on
us,
social
I think it
media?
was Instagram.
Yeah.
You were brand new and you had the title and it was florals. So I was just looking for as I was starting too.
Oh,
actually.
right. Yes.
We were both new.
Yes, you were looking connect to local business and
Yes.
florists and to sponsor, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So yes,
And you
now
were
I
so
remember.
warm and
Aw.
open-hearted, and you just really embraced what I was doing, and
Yeah.
we were able to connect and pass ideas towards each other.
Yes.
And I filmed that little video that we
Yeah,
played in
yeah,
our
yeah.
first year, so there's a
Yes.
lot of good memories. for
Yes.
sure.
So I always had this stereotype of beauty pageant, and I just feel like it's all about vanity. It's all about, like showing your skin, showing your body. To me, I'll feel like, no, that's not something I want to do. But after I see her, and because I also became the first year sponsor, as
Yes.
I see her closely, how she involved with the girls who actually sign up for it, and also with all the community, all the business, the whole pageant. And I was amazed how it was run, and
Thank you.
this beautiful woman, and she just focused on not just the outside physical look, but you actually really I don't know, the way you handle each girl, which is not easy, because I used to work at the Bay for cosmetics
Oh,
department,
yeah.
and I was a manager for about 25 women, and it was challenging.
Yes.
And as working with all these girls and youngs, and sometimes they're entitled, and
Oh,
and it's not easy, right?
not
And then
easy.
girls is always drama. So, but you were handling it very gracefully, and you was able to kind of focus on each person's true value, not just their outside look. And I
love
really
that.
admire that. So that
you.
make me wanted to step out of my comfort zone and give it a try. So
Which you did, and you did amazing. Honestly,
you.
it's one of those experiences that you do have to put yourself out there
Yeah.
and you embrace your community. However, it's also a little nerve-wracking because you're on
Yeah.
stage and you're doing public speaking, and there's so
Yeah.
many different layers and
Yeah.
a year of preparation that goes into it. So I'm
Yes.
super proud of you, and thank you for always being with Canada United World like every step of the way.
Yes,
I
well,
love it.
it's I'm honored. Yes, I'm glad I can be part of it. So, today
Cool.
we are making all pink arrangements. So I have
Yes.
roses, I have tulips. This is tulips. This is Lysianthus. So Lysianthus is one of my favorite flowers. Actually, they're very whimsical, as you
so
see.
pretty.
Yes, I always say roses or peonies. You can call them queens, but these are fairies.
Aw.
And we also have the snapdragons. And so first of all, we will kind of fill this vase with a little bit of green or filler, which I will say.
Okay.
This is lemonium, and I really like this filler. As you see, it's very, again, whimsical,
Yeah.
kind of have a wildflower vibe. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna show you. So you're just gonna kind of put it all in there, and then because we want to keep them low, we don't want them to interact with our main character, but we put it in there so that later on it can cover the grid that we
Okay.
don't want to show the mechanics in there. So just be free and kind of trim there.
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you. Got some scissors here.
Perfect.
Would that be low enough?
Yeah, that's perfect. So just maybe one in each pocket there. Yes, that's great. So what made you to start, how old were you when you first started going to the pageantry, like that industry?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Mhm.
I started when I believe I was 16 or 17,
Oh, wow.
which can be actually later in the game for some people.
Yeah.
Some people,
Really? They start even younger
yeah,
than that?
even younger than that. There's opportunities for everyone. But I got in as a teenager, and I started off by doing like really fun hotel style pageants where you just get on stage in front of your mom, pretty much, and you do a little dance or
Yeah.
walk. And I thought it was just so great, and I gained so much confidence in myself that I branched out and did larger pageants, and I ended up going to Cambodia for Miss Tourism Metropolitan in 2016, which
Oh, wow.
feels like forever now.
And how
but
old were you then?
I was 19.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So when you first, did your mom bring the opportunity to you, or you were like, just saw something and you're like, Mom, I want to do this?
It
Yeah.
was totally me. Yeah.
Yeah?
I found it somehow and made that connection and was like, okay, because you have to push yourself. No one can
Yeah.
really tell you to do something like that. You
Yeah.
really have to have the confidence to try it. So
Yeah.
it was my idea, and I loved it from day one.
That's awesome. Yeah, I also had the honor to meet Shioma's mom, and she is a superwoman. And
Yes.
I liked her from first sight, and she's just, boss lady, but also very kind and caring. And last year when we were doing the pageant, and she was like helping everybody zip up and help with the shoes and every little things that you can think of. And your mom is great.
Yeah, it's great for that, right? It's that bonding.
Yes.
Like she gets called mom by so many people now because she's just the pageant mom.
Yes, that's great. And so let's continue with these flowers here.
Sure.
And so tulips is in right now. So we're going to start putting some tulips in. Maybe a little bit short. I will give you 2 more. So you can just put in there. There you go.
Do some tulips.
Yeah, maybe even shorter
that.
like that. Yes, kind of like that. Yes, perfect. Okay, so another flower I will use is the carnations. Carnations, I like it to kind of mostly replace the greenery because especially when you wanted to make a flower arrangement that, you know, don't have too much green, because today we have mostly pink. And I love carnations that they are just like very fluffy and great texture. I know some people don't like a carnation because kind of remind them with funeral, because a lot of funeral use that. But to me, there's so many kinds of carnation, and don't discriminate carnation. They're great.
Yeah,
so cut them really short, almost close to the lip there.
Okay.
And then we will put them in. So how, like, because when I knew you, you were running the pageant and during COVID.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yes.
How would you describe that experience? And you actually aced it. Like you really did a great job.
Yeah, I had a lot of growth in that year, despite there being restrictions. It was nerve-wracking for me because I had to sign on as director while there was so much uncertainty going around. And I wasn't sure if people would want to be in the same room or if we would be able to have hotel booked, etc.
Yeah.
It worked out for the best.
Yeah.
People were starting to really gather again and feel good. Plus, we did have our safety protocols in place. It was kind of, by the time the pageant came around, the end of the pandemic period. So I got lucky in that way, but we made it work.
Yeah. So how was, like, because you were basically running alone in a way when I was looking at, well, of course, I don't know all the insights, but I just felt like you were very brave and you could have just like quit or, you know, just like have a pause, like, but you push it through. Like what kind of strength did you get if like somebody else supported you or you just felt?
Yeah, well, it was people like you who really believed that I could do this and was just like this positive light. And it really pushed me every day to be like, okay, let's bring something good back into the world, right? There was so much despair, so much worry that I wanted to just do something fun. Pageants are so girly and whimsical, and you just have a good time. You play music and you get to hang out with your friends. So plus a lot of it was social media and online work beforehand. So we were able to do like virtual training, workshops, things like that. So that helped a lot.
And how old were your son when you start doing that?
Wow. So that would have been 2020. So he would have been just like 1.5.
Yeah.
He's really little.
Well, you did a great job and balanced family and your career, and well, in a way, kind of good that COVID hits and we learn how to work from home, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and it's hard, but at least for me as mom, I feel like I could physically be at home, even though my mind is not, and my kids, like I still remember the time that I was trying to homeschooling and stuff, and it's like, your mental health wasn't you know, the greatest, but we all learn to adapt and
100%.
Yes. Okay, so let's put our main character today here.
So beautiful.
This is called Queen Crown.
Wow.
Yes, so this is a garden rose and it's called Queen Crown. So it fits your title. So usually to help make it even open, you see it's pretty tight right now. So I'm going to do like this.
Wow, you're so skilled.
So you see how much bigger it is?
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you 3. Okay. So you can put them 1 low, 1 medium, and maybe 1 high. Okay. Yeah? Okay, there you go.
I love
get these
this.
ready.
I like this one below.
So what is your plan for this year?
This year is going to be a little bit different.
Gonna just put in the middle. Okay, yep.
It's going to be a little bit different this year, mainly because we aren't doing a live event.
Yeah.
So that is one big shift for me. I've always done it where the girls travel, come into London, and we do the live pageant.
Yeah.
And then this year, we're actually going to be doing an at-large. So the girls who are going to compete in Texas in September have been already chosen, and we're all going to just go as a team without that live event first.
I see.
And that's a big shift, but we're excited to be able to move forward in that way and kind of see how that strategy goes.
Awesome. Yeah, it sounds like a full year. And you just took a year off.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the year off is actually quite the story. So last year was pivotal for the business and for me. I did have a collision of like personal and work come together, and that made a huge change because when it comes to your work, like you put everything into it, right? And you have every single moment want to be perfect. You want to put your best foot forward at all times. But I had something happen in my family where I actually lost both of my grandmothers within 2 weeks.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that was really hard for not only myself, but also for my family and my support system and my mom, right? Who's so pivotal in all of my work. So I tried to push, and you, as a pageant person, never want to show like a crack, and you just keep putting your best foot forward. And I tried and I tried and I tried, but I felt like just around fall, it was too much. Things were behind. I wasn't able to book a venue on time. So I decided to prioritize that mental health and not be afraid to show that I'm not perfect.
Yes.
And I think that was huge because I was so scared of the judgment. I was so scared that people would think I'm a failure or something, but it was the best decision for me, and it was the best decision for Canada United World because I had the opposite happen. Like, so many people sent me such kind, motivational, inspirational, positive messages. I was still a major part of the community, and I didn't have all of those, inner thoughts and those doubts.
Yes.
It's all in your head sometimes. So,
well, I'm so proud of you because it's bravery. It's not hard. It's not easy to do because in our head we always play this. I don't know, like as a business owner, and I'm also kind of relate to your mental thoughts about like being professional, being perfect, being everything has to show, everything needs to be flawless. And then a lot of times people don't see the amount of work we put in the back and the amount of effort or struggle that we go through as women. And with being a mom and a wife, we also have to consider, right? Like we just constantly struggle. And then for you to be able to just say, you know what, I recognize this is something I really cannot push forward, and I don't want to break, and I don't want to sacrifice my family as well. And then to take a step and just say, you know what, I can't do this. It takes huge because it's your baby, your career. It is your baby, 100%. Right? And I'm proud of you doing that. And it's okay. We all need break.
Yes.
And we all need to take care of here and here.
And you come back stronger.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So
you definitely.
I'm excited now because I did take that time. I can't imagine if I didn't, and I was just stuck in that place where I couldn't recognize what was wrong. I couldn't recognize why I wasn't performing the same way that I wanted to. But now I feel so much better. And now I feel like, okay, we're moving into 2025 with a plan, and 2026 with a better plan. So it is so important to recognize that.
Even let alone grieving is very hard.
Yes.
Yeah, especially when you lose your both grandmas. And I lost my grandmas a while ago, but I still once in a while thinking about them. And it's grieving is a very hard process. But I'm so proud of you that taking priorities and taking care of yourself and your family too.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Can I give you a hug?
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh.
So sweet.
Oh, you are sweet. Okay, let's put. Okay, these are sweet unique roses. They're smaller, but why they call sweet unique? Sorry, they were in my cooler for a long time. Not long time, like overnight. But so once they start warming up to the room temperature, they will get much. Actually, have a good scent. So yeah, I always like to put the different flowers in. So with the texture, with the color, and also with the smell as well.
Yes.
So would you like to just maybe keep them, again, 3 of them, and then keep them low, keep them middle, and then so they're not all in the same height. And I will help you for that as well. Yes, perfect. Just put in wherever we think it looks good. So maybe, what do you think? One more here? Yes. Looks really cute. Okay. So let's put our fairies in.
Yay.
So you see, these Ianthus, they come with like a multiple blooms in one stem. So how you can make one long, one short is you can just cut right here. So they can all both have good stem. And then usually I have them stand out just like dancing in our little flower pot there. And maybe one more here. What do you think?
We'll put it like on this side.
There you go. I'll get you another one here. Perfect. Actually, do you mind if I change this direction just to here so we can show our audience? Because usually when we make arrangement, I try not to have like anything same height, same direction so that we can showcase or show off all the flowers. So even if we just change the direction, but with the same height, kind of like pointing back.
So it's facing in a different way. I love that.
So pointing back a little bit so that it doesn't look like symmetry, right? So I give you one more.
This is so fun. Should I have this one be on the single stem?
Yeah, you can be on the single stem. That's good. Maybe we can fit in this right here. So how, like, consider since 16, you've been in pageantry for
quite a while.
Not that many years, but she's very experienced. And so what kind of advice or the word that you will tell to your younger self? Like,
oh, I love that question. Well, I would have told my younger self to get started sooner. I was the type of girl who wanted to be in that spotlight, but I was very shy. So I'm so grateful for the experience that I started in pageantry. Like I said, I was in my late teens or mid-teens, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would have loved to have started sooner. I would have loved to found that confidence earlier in my life.
Yeah.
And had those friendships earlier on. So if someone is waiting to start, whether you're 14, 20, 40, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Start now because you're going to have that day one anyways. So you might as well make it sooner.
Yeah. What kind of achievement or personal gain that you receive from participating in pageantry?
The sisterhood is great because I was actually just at an event recently where there was multiple different systems. There's more than one pageant you can participate in, but all of those girls, delegates, and winners, we usually find the same community events. And so you really do gain a lot of friends, sisters from all over Canada, all over the States, all over the world. So I love that.
Okay, sorry, I have to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Because I believe that with as long as Chioma's running the pageantry, because we've seen those reality shows and stuff, and I know it's all on the TV, but even with me, my experience working with girls, it sometimes can go very nasty.
Yeah.
But when you have a director that is actually the center of the spirit that sends down to keep it kind to each other, being nice, and like have that centered quality that you send down, and then you don't tolerate any misbehavior or bully situation, that because I even personally saw how you handle the drama, which is very, very important.
Yeah, for sure. Like with that naturally, right? You are in a competition setting, so it isn't always like rah rah holding hands.
Yeah.
Girls do compete to win, and it is a lot of high achievers.
Yeah.
For example, like you participated and you're a business owner, a mother, your success in the community, and
Yes.
you bring all of those people into one room. Nobody's really used to being around that energy,
Yeah.
right? So it
Yeah.
can bring out some claws, for lack of a
Yes.
better word.
Yes.
But you do always want to remember that you're here for purpose, and 100% win or lose, you still get your crown, you still get to represent your community, and you still get a
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah.
That
Focus on the
crown,
process,
yeah,
right?
it's not your worth at the end of
Yeah.
the day,
Yeah.
right? You as a woman are super powerful. You don't need to have anything like that.
Yes, that is well said, because the pageantry, to me, it was a great experience, great learning experience. And in the end, she gave me a Miss Congeniality.
Oh my gosh, you earned that.
No.
Congeniality means all the girls
Yes.
voted for you.
Yes.
So
So
that's
I,
awesome.
through that experience, I personally really felt that, you know, like just like what you said, it's about the process. It's about how you kind of find the values in those situations. And it was not easy, especially the 2 days of the actual competition. It
Yes.
was quite intense. But through that process, you get to know the girls, and you get to almost like we all go into the battlefield, but we don't know who the enemy is. But you know, we all got
It's so
intense,
true,
and we help
yeah.
each other, and
Yes.
and it was a great experience. Yeah.
Awesome.
Especially with director like this.
Thank you.
All right, so this is a snapdragon. Usually it brings up the height. So
Yes.
I will give you 3 pieces, and then we can finish it off with the snapdragon here.
Nice and tall.
Yes. Okay, this one maybe over here. What do you
Yeah.
think? Yeah? Okay. All right.
It's looking so good.
Yeah. See, it's easy, right?
You make it look easy.
Well, it is easy with you and WeChat, and then just,
It's so
you know, like a little artwork. So here, this is our arrangement. Do you like it?
I love it.
Yes. All right. And thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you so much for joining me. And you're wonderful. And I'm so glad that you get to come make the arrangement with us.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity. This podcast is amazing. So I can't wait to see the next episode.
Awesome. So we finished this arrangement. It's very pretty. And look at like how matched your outfit.
This is perfect.
Yes. Oh my gosh, we forgot to showcase your crown.
Oh my gosh.
I mean the trophy. Bring the trophy over.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe So Chioma just won
Best Director in Canada from the Crowns and Crystals Award Gala.
Oh my gosh.
So
you
excited.
Fully deserve it.
Thank
yes,
you.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, this is very special to me. So
yes.
Thank you for...
I can't believe we forgot this, but
these are my prizes. Yes. I'm so happy.
Yes.